billion a month platform,
Mhm.
and Amazon's like a billion a day, right? So it's
Yeah.
pretty hard to catch up to it.
Uh-huh.
But to do 500 million Black Friday Cyber Monday weekend is awesome. And
Mhm.
it's just, I think TikTok Shop is just such a discount platform. Like people are always running sales, they're
Yeah.
always running promotions. So it's a very natural fit. So it doesn't surprise me that Black Friday did well. It's kind of what does best on TikTok is running like really good promos.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so just let hop into the Christmas sale. So as we head into the holiday rush, which category are still trending up after BFCM? So like who do you think will still have the momentum? Do you think it's a beauty or electronics or home and lifestyle? Since TikTok Shop have invite a lot of big brands like Samsung and Disney, into the TikTok shops. What's your thought about
Yeah,
this?
for sure. I think like a lot of the giftable ones will continue to do really well. Like even beginning in December is like sales wise is just better than even Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Like a lot of people I think get too hung up about Black Friday, Cyber Monday
Uh-huh.
when like December 1st, like December probably like 20th, like kind of the Christmas shipping deadline.
Mhm.
Those are like massive days. So anything that would make a good gift, so like beauty for sure, electronics for sure, a lot of those are just
Yeah.
like maybe 70, 80% of the revenue in Q4. I also
Uh-huh.
think like toys, collectibles, those do really well right now. Home goods, maybe not as much if it's not like super giftable.
Uh-huh.
But if it is like a giftable, like it's like an ice shaker, it's like something
Yeah.
that's like on somebody's Christmas list, I think that'll do really well. So I think the affiliates are really crushing right now are focusing on those types of categories where they know like people are looking for last minute gifts.
I see. So we need to focus on something like probably a little smaller, just more giftable. Gotcha. So,
For sure.
what did high performing creators do differently during BFCM, and how can creator apply this in December? So, do you think content style or posting frequency or product selection? So, we also got a lot of questions regarding like the posting frequency and the product selections from last AMA. So, I would love to have an expert to answer this for the creators.
Yeah, I think number one is definitely product selection. If you're trying to do like goalie, ashwagandha gummies, or like supplement type stuff during Black Friday,
Yeah.
Cyber Monday, it's not a good use of your time. The
Mhm.
people that did the best is just seeing stuff that's like trending really quickly. So they're going on Fast Mouse, they're seeing like, oh wow, this new product is doing like 1 million a month right now. Like
Uh-huh.
tons of videos are going viral. If I just replicate one of those videos, then like you're just like riding the train. So number one is definitely product selection.
Uh-huh.
I mean, volume is always important. I think the creators that did really well, like
Yeah.
people that I know personally, like Kaylee, like Bryce, like they were just like they weren't giving up. I think a lot of creators will just kind of give up if like early November just like isn't looking good. They'll kind of get
Mhm.
demotivated, but they're still posting across accounts. I think
Yeah.
live streamers also did really well. Like if you look at Black Friday, Cyber Monday live streams, like if you're willing to, if you're a live streamer and you're willing to stream like eight
Yeah.
hours on Black Friday, I
Uh-huh.
think that's huge because it's like a day that you know people are on there trying to buy.
Hmm.
But it's also right near the holidays, right? So like not everyone is willing to do it.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think number one product selection. Number two is definitely like frequency. It's just like not getting demotivated, continuing to post videos, just as many as you can do that are quality.
I see. Do you think there's like a minimum or maximum that will start hitting? Like such, for example, someone's asking if they should post that much, or will that affect their algorithm? Do you think there's actually a set number or not really?
I don't think there's a such thing as posting too much. Like
Mhm.
there's some people that are posting like 10 times a day and they're still
Mhm.
doing really well. Like
Oh, I
as
see.
long as it's not like spammy and it's not like every video is looking the same. Like if you're just making
Oh,
minor and you're posting 5 videos that are
yeah.
basically the same, then yeah,
Uh-huh.
that might flag TikTok that like this is low quality content. But if every
Oh,
video is really unique,
yeah.
I don't think you're gonna have issues.
I see, gotcha. Thanks for the insights. Okay, so move to the seller strategy side. So seller really struggle with outreach during BFCM, since like they wanted to mass outreach to a lot of creators. So what do you think is the first mistake, number one mistake sellers make when trying to connect with creators?
Yeah, I would say number one is not outreaching enough. Like the
Mhm.
hit rates are pretty small, and
Yeah.
any creator that's in here that gets a ton of target collabs every day knows that like
Mhm.
it's almost overwhelming, right? So it's like
Yeah.
a 1% acceptance rate maybe. So if I see a lot of people that like like, oh wow, I sent out 100 invites and I only got like one creator to accept. It's like that's very normal, right? Like you need to be sending out thousands.
Yeah.
So whatever your limit is, like if it's 2,000 a week, you need to be using all 2,000, and that'll get
Mhm.
you maybe like 20 to 40 sample requests. So I say that's number one. Number two, I think is just like not standing out. Like if it's like a new product, zero orders, zero reviews, and you're not like in the first like 15, 20 words, like really like catching people's attention. Like, hey, this is like doing 1 million a month on Amazon, or this is like a celebrity brand, or this is like everywhere in Walmart and Target and like all the retailers it's in. Adding that credibility, like that social proof, just to like
Yeah.
get people to pay attention. That's it's just not going to go anywhere. And then probably number three is just like commission rate. Like if you're only doing like 10%, it's just not competitive, especially in like certain categories like supplements.
Yeah.
Like you want to start higher, you want to start like 20, 25, 30, and then you can always bring the commission rate back as you scale. But you got to do something to stand out because it's just there's so many brands sending out these invites.
Oh, that's amazing. And I feel like A/B testing is also really important. Like, not they need to really recap on their performance and then to see how like some emails, some messages work out and some didn't work out. And then for any sellers right now in this chat, so we also have another tool called Moss Creator, Mosscreator, and it helps seller to do mass outreach and identify creator already converting well in their category. So if anyone interested in Moss Creator, let me know after the AMA. So moving on to data and scaling part. So how important is data right now, and especially during fast-moving December sales Q4?
Yeah, so I think brands like love to use like tools like Fast Launch just to see what is trending, right? Because like trends will come and go so quickly. So if you can pull your competitor's video and you can see, oh, this is the angle that they're using right now.
Yeah.
This is what's like really driving, and you can very quickly replicate it. You can send it to your top creators, be like, hey,
Uh,
just remake this video, make it unique, make it more about our product.
mhm.
That can be super successful. I think also it's just helping brands understand like how big is live streaming in my category. If you can
Yeah.
share your competitor brands and be like, oh, okay, it's only like 5% of their revenue is live
Um,
streaming. I'm okay, like maybe I don't need to launch it right away. But if you're
mhm.
checking and you're seeing your competitors are now at like 20, 25%, 30% live streaming revenue, then you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to invest more in it. So I think that data is definitely is super key because it's just everything moves so quickly
Yeah.
in e-commerce in general, and then especially TikTok Shop. So anytime you can pull like almost real-time data and like see what's going on and just alter kind of your strategy, I think that's huge.
Awesome. So what other metrics do you think they'll recommend for creators to scale if they, 'cause since I know a lot of fast models user are actually, brands, do you think data is also important for a creator to learn about the ecosystem and to change their strategy within TikTok shops?
Yeah, for sure. I think about it like for creators, it's like as soon as you get the product in your hands,
Mhm.
like you
Yeah.
should be on Fastmall seeing like what are the top videos for that product, right? Because that's always going to be the easiest thing. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. See what the top 5 videos are. You get an idea of what angles are working. Put your own spin on it, and then it's just a way higher hit rate. Versus
Yeah.
like you get the product and you're trying to research the product and like come up
Uh-huh.
with the script yourself and like it's just going to take so much time and it's just going to be way harder for it to work. So I think for creators it makes a lot of sense. You're also able to see really quickly like, okay, is this product even worth my time, right? If you pull it up in Fastboss and it's just like, they have 1,000 videos for the product, but it's only done like
Yeah.
5,000 GMV the last 30 days. You're like, okay, this is just going to be kind of hard for me to make viral. But then you pull up a product and it's done like 100K GMV last
Yeah.
30 days and it's only like 1,000 videos now suddenly. And like it's evenly spread. It's not like one created at 100K. There's like a 20K, 15K, 10K. Now you're like, oh wow, my chances are actually a lot better on this
Yeah.
product. So I think for a creator, it almost makes more sense than a brand. Like brands, like they should look at their competitors, but kind of stay focused on what they're doing. For
Yeah.
creators, it's like you should be using it like every single day.
I see. Gotcha. Thanks for the insight. So looking ahead for creators and brands preparing for 2026, what should they start building now during the December window?
Yeah, so I think for creators, it's like you want to keep your eye, and I think I'm gonna drop this question too, like Lead Alliance for Q1. You need to start be thinking more about like health and wellness type brands because they're gonna have like an insane Q1. Like anything that's kind of like New Year, New Me, where it's like people are trying to hit their New Year's resolution, whether it be like weight lossy or it's like gonna improve your skin, improve your
Yeah.
hair, and like,
Uh-huh.
things like that. Those are
Uh-huh.
gonna explode. So I think keeping an eye, like anything that's doing well right now, like it's December and it's like giftable season and it's already doing well supplement wise, you need to
Yeah.
make sure that you're like getting those, requesting those samples now, getting them into your hands.
Mhm.
maybe posting a video now, but then knowing that like when January comes, like that's when you need to focus on those products.
Mhm.
Because January is just going to be huge, and for everything giftable, it's going to be like a hangover, right? Like there's no
Uh,
reason to do beauty, maybe beauty, but you don't want to do electronics, you don't want to do games, you don't want to do gifts in January. It's like people just spend all their money on that, but you definitely do want to be doing supplements.
Gotcha. So you had spoken at FGVCon 2025. So why do you think ecosystem events like this are important for growth?
Yeah, FVG Con was awesome. That was my first time in China as well. And I think it's just like really helpful. Like if you're a brand, you get to see so many brands there and also just so many factories. So you get to really understand the logistics process. It's like what the factories are thinking of, like what they're kind of pushing now, what kind of pricing is normal. And I feel like when you're in the US and you're so disconnected from that, it's really hard for you to understand what the factories are thinking about, what they're prioritizing, and how to be like their favorite kind of customer. So I
Yeah.
think you, as a brand, you learn a ton by being in China. You make a lot of good relationships. As a creator, like when you go over there, it's like you're almost getting overwhelmed. Like they're giving you tons of samples. Everyone wants to work with you. If you're an American that goes to China, it's like clearly you're investing in TikTok Shop. You're not just like here today, gone tomorrow. So it's like you're gonna get stuff with samples. You're gonna get to meet a ton of brands. I think that was the biggest event I've ever been to, not just for TikTok Shop, but like e-commerce. It was probably like 10,000 people. It was just like insane. Like everything in China is just at like an insane scale. So it was awesome. Like I highly recommend for anyone, whether you're like a brand, whether you're a creator, it'll just really alter your worldview. Because once you get over there, you realize that like so many of the brands are based in China. I think it's probably like similar to Amazon, maybe like 40% of brands are based in China. And then there's so much further along in terms of live streaming that you'll just learn a lot about live streaming. Because in China, it's like 80% of sales, and here it's just kind of starting out.
Thanks for sharing that. So for anyone who doesn't know about FGVCon, it stands for FASMA Global Short Video Conference, and then we host this every single year. And then 2026 will be the fourth annual FGVCon events in China. But we also host multiple events in the US. So we just hosted a 12,000 people events in the Long Beach Convention Center, which is in California. And then we are hosting more events in 2026 in the United States. So stay tuned. So yeah. So right now we're gonna going to open the floor now. So if you have any questions for Zane directly, just drop it in the chat or request to speak, and then I will approve your speak, and then we can talk right. But before that, Zane, do you want to give a more introductions about who you are and what do you do, and then what's your experience look like in general? So a lot of people know more
Yeah.
about it.
For sure. So we have a full service TikTok shop agency, like a TSP is what they used to call it. So we work with brands to get them launched on TikTok shop. We help them find creators. We run ads. We do shop management, all that good stuff. We do mainly like health and wellness brands and food and beverage brands are kind of our key, but we have brands in like every category, but a lot of them are wellness. And we basically just get them connected with creators and like get them to scale up on TikTok shop.
Nice, amazing. So let's move to the first question. Okay, so I think Sasha will be the very first one. She requested to speak when I start the AMA. So Sasha, do you want to drop in your questions or raise your hands, request to speak?
I see
And
one
you
also
in real
from
life.
the Alliance. Yeah.
Yeah, I will let him to speak later on. Hi, Sasha. Oh, I think you. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, can you hear me, guys?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, perfect. And my name is Sasha. I'm CEO of Sustainable, our clothing brand. We won several awards in sustainability. The main product, we have sustainable swimwear line. We have sustainable hoodies, t-shirts. We just implemented it like few weeks ago. And but our price point from like 69 to up to 300 in like what do you think during the season like summer 2026? sustainable fashion, is it the right place for TikTok shop or not? Because the price point, like, yeah, you can purchase the swimwear like by 69 or 100 something dollars, and I know that the regular TikTok shop products like little bit cheaper, but at the same time we are promoting sustainability from any possible ways. That is also the trend right now, even for the TikTok bloggers who like publicly canceling like Lululemon, who is using polyester and everything else. Like, I just want to know your thoughts about our price point at the right place for the TikTok shop and sustainability factors.
Yeah, definitely sustainability is a great trend to capitalize on for TikTok Shop. It's definitely like very important for like modern day consumers. The price point is a little bit tough. Like for TikTok Shop, we always recommend like less than $60 because it's so impulse buy related, where it's just like $20, $30 products. They do great. People just want to try them, but it's a lot of younger people. So if you have something like if you have stuff that's between $60 and $100 range, I would definitely test the $60 stuff first. And if you can, start with like some flash sales for it to like maybe be at like 45, 50, even if that's not like your ideal price point, but just to like see if it has some traction, some momentum, then you can kind of decrease the discounts. But yeah, it's tough because it's definitely a category that should be picking up in e-commerce and in general. Um, in terms of sustainability, but the price point is just for TikTok, it's just a little bit high.
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was also our source because we made the line specifically for the younger audience to bring them into sustainability, slow fashion, but still it's hard when you're working with high quality fabric that like truly safe for the planets. It's not the same, like it's not cheap product. It like it's even the raw materials cost you a lot. Yeah, we still, I need to think about it, but thank you so much for your time, guys, and thank you so much for your answers.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, it makes sense. It's like your COGS is a little bit higher. The quality is much better than some of the stuff that's being sold right now, so it makes sense.
Thank you, Sasha, for your questions and Zane. So next on will be lead line. So it sounds like you are looking more towards Q1 now. What advice do you have for Q1 in general?
Yeah, I kind of already touched on it, but like definitely focus on supplement brands. Definitely focus on stuff that's just like more new year, new me. Anything weight lossy, anything like that is like a great angle for Q1. And I think Q1 is just like a good time to like just really test different types of like products and just like creative types. So if you do a lot of like unboxing or you do a lot of testimonials, just like try some different things. Because TikTok Shop changes so quickly, you'll find that like what worked for you last year might be different than like what's working now. So
Yeah.
just experiment, try things out, go on Fastmouse and see what is trending, what styles are working well. Is it longer videos, is it shorter videos, is it more like skits? Because I can almost guarantee it's going to be different in 2026 than it was in 2025.
And also know like TikTok have really strict keywords, right? So they can directly say weight loss. They can, like say
100%. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Okay, so he also asked what are your favorite brands to work with? Or who's your top seller you love to work with?
Yeah, so like our clients are like that are the best that we consider like our ideal. It's like $20, $30 price point, consumable. So it's something that like they don't have to make money on like the first purchase because people are going to come back and buy. So they have a good LTV because those brands are just way easier. Like if you're trying to make money on TikTok Shop and there's TikTok Shop's fee, there's the affiliate fees, there's what you're spending on ads. It gets really tight. But then when you have brands where they're like they can break even because they have customers that come back and buy, that's perfect because then it's like okay, we can be a lot more aggressive. If it's in
Yeah.
the $20, $30 price point, it's just much more impulse buy. It's just easier to get sales. And then we also really love brands that aren't afraid to discount. So if they're willing to run flash sales, if they're
Yeah.
willing to send out a lot of samples, like they're okay with 400, 500, 1,000 samples, those are favorite brands to work with because if they're very like they're hesitant to
All
run
in.
sales, want to send a lot of samples. Yeah, it's just hard for us to do anything with it. And then, like you said, if they're all in, they're very invested, they're very
Yeah.
leaned in, they get the size of the opportunity. They understand it's going to take 3, 4, 5 months to see really good results. Those are the brands that we really enjoy working with.
Oh, 100%. And then Jack Daniel asked, are there any product niche or trends you are especially excited about heading into the holidays? Yeah, I think also kind of touched on that, but you could just briefly, um, answer that again
Yeah,
if you want.
for sure. I think like anything beauty, anything giftable, is stuff that I'm really excited about. I really like seeing like what's doing well on like QVC. So like QVC is doing like it's like insane numbers. They did 28 million last 30 days. So they're doing really well. Medicube, Dr. Malaxin's like very like giftable products are doing really well. I
Yeah,
also like seeing brands like Comfort. So like apparel is also huge during Q4. It's like seeing Comfort. They're doing like 11 million I think last 30 days. So anything like super giftable, I'm very interested in. Electronics,
mhm,
the home goods that are like in a reasonable price point where it's not like a $400 vacuum, but like let's say like
yeah,
a $100 ice maker or something like that. Those are I think going to continue to do well between now and like Christmas shipping deadline.
awesome. So another question from Ol, and then she's also a creator. So the yellow icon's creator. So is it better to have your own product or just go with high demand product? What's your thought
Yeah,
on
I think there's a lot of like complexities and things to consider if you have your own product. Like it's pretty difficult. If you're a creator, I think it's best to start off with like a very high demand product. Now you're not
Mhm,
worried about inventory. Now you're not worried about like COGS and like all the expenses and things related to it. You can just focus on being a really good creator. And
mhm.
then once you've really understood marketing and you get a really good sense of what works and what doesn't, then it makes more sense to think about starting a brand.
Yeah, 100%. And I also have worked with multiple really top creators that's already break through the 100 millions like bar. It's I think after like certain GMV and you have your own really really strong foundations to your fan base, then I think that's the moment for you to really have to create your own line. And then also welcome to attend FGVCon in China, a lot of source factory there. You can go talk directly to them, and then to have your own product will be way more cheaper. To have your full factory in the US. That's 100%. Yeah. Okay. Anyone have more questions? Just feel free to drop in the DM or just request to speak through the hand icon. Yes. So other than what's your plan for December thing? Any regarding TikTok shop or personal growth by the end of the 2025?
Yeah, for sure. For us in December, it's like we just focus on because like as it goes into the holidays, it's like everyone's busy. No one's really starting on TikTok Shop. So that's like usually when we start doing like our January planning. Because January is always really busy for us. We have health and wellness clients that like this is like their Super Bowl, and then people who are making their budget for 2026. Usually January is when they want to start. So we're like lining up our conferences that we're going to. We're thinking about okay, well, what can we do differently as an agency? What are different roles that we can hire?
Uh-huh.
That kind of thing. So it's really just more like planning, spending time with family, that kind of thing. And then January is when it gets like busy again.
Wow, I couldn't imagine. I already thought that December will be after December we can take a rest, and then feels like January gonna be another busy month for a lot of people here as well.
No rest, no rest.
Like it is. Are you taking any break at all, like vacations or?
Yeah, my parents are coming for Christmas, so like
Uh,
Christmas in New York is like always like amazing.
awesome.
So they're gonna be here for a few days. New Year's I'll probably be here, and then I just came back from like vacation in like Bangkok, so I went to a conference there in Bangkok and spent a few days there. So I kind of got my vacation already, and I got like a few days more for Christmas. So
That's nice. God, you have some rest. So, she also has a following question. So we have a brand. If any creator looking for products to promote, oh, okay, yeah, of course, everyone is. If anyone's interested in all brands products, just DM. Here's a chat that's open to everyone to discuss, to interact, and then to ask questions. Yeah. So if anyone have more questions right now, just willing to drop in the questions or request to speak. Are we gonna wrap up the AMA for today? So let's wait for another 10 seconds. I think Olive's also typing. Oh, and happy to see trying to be bougie. My friends here. She's really nice creator. She's trying to make connections. Uh, so what is the future for the TikTok shop as your opinions? Okay, let's wrap up with this very last. I think this is a good question for the last question as AMA.
Um, you said the what is the future for TikTok
Yeah,
Shop? I think for TikTok, like one thing that I'm always keeping an eye on is live streaming, because it's huge in China, it's huge in like the Asian markets, but it's still kind of not super developed in the U.S. So like I'm always keeping an eye on that. I think as AI gets better and like maybe short videos get kind of saturated by AI, maybe TikTok Shop will push live stream more. So I could see that being kind of more like the future. I could also see them going more. They really want people to search in TikTok Shop. Like they
yeah.
want it to be like Amazon, where you run out of something at home and like your first instinct is to search it on TikTok Shop.
Uh-huh.
And so I think they're going to maybe try to improve the search engine optimization and try to get that into customer behavior so that they can compete with Amazon and some of the other marketplaces. But it's really tough to predict. Like we always try not to predict because the world changes so quickly and so rapidly. But instead of predicting, it's like once we see the trend forming, then we just hop on very early and try to be, first mover.
Awesome. Thank you, Zain. Thank you so much again. Your insights are always incredible, relatable, and then actionable. So, and to everyone here, December is not the cool down period. It's a huge opportunity to finish Q4 strong and then set momentum for 2026, as Zain mentioned multiple times. January is another big hit for the year. And also, don't forget Fast One for real-time data and category insights, Moss created for creator outreach, and FGVCon 2026, our biggest global creator commerce event. And we'll see you next week for another major AMA with a TikTok Shop representative. And have a great, not an evening, but a great noon rest of the day. Thank you, Zane. Thank you so much. And then
Thank you so much
just
for
feel
having me.
free, dropping any more questions for Zane if you still have in the group chat. And then if he has time, he will answer your questions. So thank you so much. Thank you guys. See ya.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.